Welcome to the JGI JCE eConnect classes. Hello students, welcome back once again, and in this we will be discussing about the Hadoop Hdfs commands. So we'll be saying top 10 Hadoop Hdfs commands. Starts with the version, make directory, listing out, then put, copy from local, get, copy to local, cat, the move and copy. In examination, there is a high chance that a question may ask to explain or to write any 5 Hdfs commands. So this question would carry about 5 to 6 marks. So in today's lecture, we'll be dealing with these 10 Hdfs commands one by one. So here is the first command, that is version. In this, the syntax is very simple, where we have to just write version. Hadoop version, if I do, I'll be getting the Hadoop version as 3.1.2. This is the second one is make directory. In this Hdfs make directory path directory name. This is what the syntax. What will be, let us assume. If I want to make a directory with the name, make directory with the name new data flare. New data flare. What I have to do? I have to call the function Hadoop fs space minus mkdir, which is going to create a new directory with the name new data flare. So this will be created, but how to check whether it is been created or not? For that, we are using the ls command. Using the ls command, we can check the directories in the Hdfs. If this is been created, if the new directory has been made, it should be shown in this file. Let's see whether it is there or not. Now in this, if you are able to see, when I run the command -ls, here you are able to see I have the new data flare which has been created just now. Yeah, so mkdir is able to create new directory in this way, as we have seen the ls, okay, listing out all the files directory, whatever available at that particular path, it will be showing all the files. So Hadoop fs file system space -ls, and here is the path which for which path you have to visualize the listing out all the things. So here is here in the below example, we are using ls command to enlist the files and directories present in the Hdfs. Now here I'm checking out what all things are there. Now in this Hdfs, I'm checking it out -ls. So here all these are the files which are been available at this location. So here it is showing found 2 items. Now what all those things? This dr, wx, r, -xrx. This is also very important to understand. The Hadoop fs file command ls displays a list of the contents of a directory specified in the path provided by the user. It shows the name, the permission owner, size, and modification date for each file or directories in the specified directory. Now what I have talked about these are nothing but the permissions. Okay, in detail we'll be talking about this in the coming days. Here you are able to see this is what the total, maybe another example I'm taking where a lot of files are there. along with the date and other things. Okay. Now we'll talk about the fourth command, which is a put. We know the put command completely meant just to put something. Maybe some people get confused between the copy and the put. They are not the same. Okay, they are not the same. The syntax for this is Hadoop file system minus put, local source, then destination. That is what because we have to know from where to where we are supposed to put the file. So we need to take the file from one of the location, maybe local source, that is a source, and we are supposed to put it at some place which is we generally call it as a destination. So this is how the syntax goes. Let's take an example where we are trying to copy local file 1 of the local file system to the Hadoop file system. Okay, now how the command goes, what are the results, we'll be seeing here. In this I'm saying Hadoop fs minus put. Now this is what the location of local file 1 and file from local. This is another directory which I'm considering here. Now after this, as I want to check whether it has been put successfully or not, I have to check. So what I'm going to do, I'm checking out Hadoop fs minus ls, because every time when we are doing any copying, any putting, any getting of the file, we have to check whether it is successfully done or not. To know, for that we need to apply, or we need to fire the minus ls command. Okay, now here if you are able to see, you can see a file from local. Okay, and here you are seeing the test file. This is what has been created now at this moment. So this is what the file from 1 which we have been successfully put at the different location. Okay, so the next is copy from local. So in this also we have to use a command minus copy from local, minus copy from local and local source to Hdfs destination. We have the system where all other files are there. So whenever I'm talking about the local, it is not in the Hdfs system. Hdfs file system is completely different from the file system you are using in your computer. So there is a need that there are the certain files which are available at your system may not be available at your Hdfs, and you, instead of creating that file, if it is available, it is always better to copy the file from there to here. So what we are going to do, it is copying from the local source to Hdfs destination. For that we need a command minus copy from local. So we are trying to copy. Now let us take an example where we are going to trying to copy test1 file present in the local file system to the new data flare directory of Hadoop. Okay, now this is my data flare directory which is available at Hadoop. So let's go ahead and see what actually we are doing. What I have done here, I have called Hadoop minus copy local from local, where it is, it was in test1 of my local system. Okay, now where I'm going to copy that new data flare of that copy test. Okay, in new data flare there is one mode. So in the case of graphic based user space, I will call it the copy test as a folder. Here I'm going to store. Now if this has been successfully fired out, I need to check what is the result. So here is the result which I'm going to check, because that is a file which has certain content. So we know if it is the file is copy test, we have to file. So how I'm going to check whether the file has been available or not. If it is available, if I try to open it, it will show me the content inside that. So I'm using here a cat command which is going to show me the content inside the file. What was my file name? Copy test. Where it is being shown in the Hadoop database system, it is under the new data flare. So what I will be doing through this command, I'll first go to the new data flare. Inside that, copy test is my file name. and I'm asking to open it and show me the content. So whenever this command is been successfully fired, it show me the content. What is that content? Hello from data file, welcome to the Hdfs command tutorial. Maybe that was been shown. Okay, so as the file is been copied, that is why the content is being shown over here. It means yes, successfully it has fired out. Let me take to the another one, the get command. Hdfs get from the local. Now in this get, again we are getting the file from the source and storing it into the local destination. It is ulta part. Okay, now what we are doing, see here, we are trying to copy the test file of the Hadoop file system to the local file system. Complete ulta procedure. Okay, now how it is has to be run. The Hadoop fs shell command get the copies of the file or directory from the Hadoop file system to the local system. It is very simple procedure. What we have to do, we have to simply run the file, test file, which is at, we have just now seen, it is at the Hadoop Hdfs file system, and I'm going to store it in the at different location. Okay, so now I have to check ls, and now this ls is done at copy from Hadoop. So if you are able to see, can you able to see, find the test file, just check it out whether you are able to see, because I have used the command ls. Very good. Yeah, so this is how copy sample we are getting, and it helps us to understand how this get command, which is going to be getting the file and storing back to the local destination. Now copy to local. People may say, sir, okay, if I were to store a file from the local to the Hadoop file system, I have to use copy. But if I want to go back, say getting the file from the Hadoop system and putting it into local system, I have to use put command. So it is not like that. You can use the copy to local also. It is the same kind of working it is there. Now what we are going here, we are trying to copy the sample file present to the data flare directory in Hdfs local file system. So again you are able to see what I have done, copy to local. This is my command where new data flare sample to copy sample. Okay, so see here, this is the way we can do it. We can cross check whether the file has been copied or not by using the ls command. So here copy sample, you are able to see where it is under the directory copy sample. Yes, so this is how it is working. Now the cat command, you are already known about the cat command. We have already used in one of the earlier command to directly retrieve the data at that window only. So we required a path to the file in Hdfs. So let us take an example. We are trying the cat command to display the content of the sample file present in the new data flare directory. Okay, just to display the content of the one of the file. Now what we'll be using, so here I'm saying a file which has been a sample file which has been stored at the new data flare. I'm going to show the content. So this is what the content. Yeah, the cat command reads the file. The cat command reads the file in Hdfs and display the content of the file on the console or standard output. We are using this command a long time when we have started with the module, standards, that is your second year also. Okay, now mv command. Mv stands for moving the source to the destination. We have a directory, say dr1 in Hdfs. We are moving we are using mv command to move the dir1 directory to the data flare directory in Hdfs. Both are done in Hdfs file system only. Moving is possible in one way. Now, hope you understood the question. We have a dir1 directory and I want to move that directory into data flare. Okay. Now please see how it is working. Now here, first I am checking out what are the directory or the file are there. Here you are able to, I have listing out all the directory. Now here I have seen dir1, data flare, and new data flare. These are the directories. Total 4 items are there. When I fire a command saying that move dir1 into data flare, okay, and I'm again shooting the ls command. Now here, if you are able to see, I'm able to see only 3 items. Now what happens? Can you able to see all things are fine? Where is the dir1? Now what I'll do, I'll go to the data flare because I have stored it inside the data flare. I'll first get into the data flare and check it out the content of the data flare. Now here you are able to see the dir1. This is how the moving of one of the directory or one of the file into another directory or another file. This is the moving out. Hope you are understanding. So Hdfs move command moves the files or directories from the source to a destination within Hdfs. I have underlined the word within Hdfs. Otherwise, you have to copy. You cannot move because the file system should be same to use the command move. Okay, this is very important. People generally may ask the queries saying that what is the need of copy when you can move, or vice versa. The command that we are taking for this session is copy. Okay, so here also we are doing the copy from one Hadoop Hdfs system to the another Hdfs system. Here we are trying to copying the file 1 present in a new data flare directory in Hdfs to the data flare directory of Hdfs. Both are the different directory. If you are able to find out, this is data flare where D and F are caps. Here it is in data flare, all are in small case. Okay. So let us take an example. So what first I have checked. First I am checking about what all the commands are there, what all the files are there in data flare. So here I have found one item. Okay, so data flare test1. Now what I am going to do, I am copying the new data flare. This is my source of file 1 to the data flare. The cp command copies a file from one directory to the another directory within the Hdfs. Now once again you check. I was checking about this data flare 1. There was no problem. It was having data flare which is 1. It is copying, it is not moving at all. In the moving, we have seen that is being completely moved to another process. The copy is not there. When we are doing the copy, wherever the file was there, it will be residing there itself, as well as where you have copied the destination. It will be there. So both copies will be there. In the moving, only one copy will be moved. Okay, that is the difference of copying and moving. Now here, when I checked about the data flare, which was destination, so here if you are able to see, I'm able to find my file 1 is available. My file 1 is available. So this is how the copying is possible within the Hdfs. This basically, we are talking about this basic 10 commands of Hdfs. In the examination, the question will be asked to explain any 5 commands. And the question may ask of a weightage of about 5 to 6 marks. So whatever we have seen, you can explain in that way along with an example, special the syntax, the working, and one small example which I have given. So this could help you to get one question of 5 to 6 marks. In the next video, we'll be discussing about the chapter 4, where we'll be starting about some initialization and installing procedure. So in the next video for tomorrow,